welcome back to the videos. It is wonderful to have you here again as always, and today I'm going to try and resolve that clutch slipper valve issue that I've been having. For those of you that don't know, that didn't get to catch the last video, I plumbed up and installed the clutch slipper valve into the hydraulic slave and master cylinder assembly, and it seemed that when you energize the solenoid to bypass it around where the adjustment is for the slip, it would overpressurize or overstroke the slave cylinder, blowing the seal out of it. I've got this one here that is dead from it, and that one there that is also dead from it. So huge shout out to Michael for giving me his old billet clutch slave cylinder, and hopefully that's going to be the issue today solved, as well as a couple other little details that I've come across yesterday when I was installing that clutch slave cylinder. Sorry, not yesterday, the day before. Oh, excuse me. But I'll get into that in a minute. I also want to give a huge shout out to Matthew, I believe it is. Matt. Hang on, I probably should check that, hey. Yeah, Matt. So huge shout out to Matt from the L67 Commodores Australia page. If you're interested in the L67, head over to that Facebook page and go and follow that group if you aren't already. He was very generous and sent me over a Walbro 255. So thank you very much for that, dude. That's going to go into the E46 once I get back into that build. But yeah, today is all Ethel trying to sort out this clutch slipper valve. So Thursday I decided to Google how to measure and adjust or shim a clutch slave in a T56, and what I found was, I'll try and put some pictures up here so you guys can follow along at home. You need to take two measurements. Measurements A being from the bell housing to the clutch fingers, and then measurement B being from the clutch slave bearing surface to the bell housing mating surface with the cylinder fully depressed. And then you subtract B from A, and B should not be a bigger number than A, and 2, when you subtract B from A, the remaining number should be no larger than 3 to 5 millimeters. So what I found when I took my measurements is there was about a 20 mil gap between the two. So what I think is happening is it's just overstroking the slave cylinder, popping the seal out. So what I want to try and do today, what I did Thursday when I found that measurement, is I spaced it away approximately 10 to 12, about 10 millimeters. And I refitted it all up and bled it, and it bled alright, but the pedal is very low. Now I have some adjustment in the clutch pedal where I can adjust the pedal back up and get a bit more throw out of it. It could also be because there may be a slight amount of air in the system. But what I want to do is I want to quickly take the trans back out and try and pop the bearing off the front. And I have a couple of really nice shims that fit perfectly behind these bearings, and I want to try and put a couple of those to space the bearing away a couple of millimeters. Now I can't go and shim the entire system the full 20 mil away, because at 15 millimeters that will be enough stroke for where the clutch slave will push the clutch fingers in contact with the clutch disc behind it. So I'm going to try and find that happy little sweet spot, and I think with 1 or 2 more millimeters, that should get me almost bang on to where I need to be. But yeah, that's enough rambling on and bullshit from me. It's time to get this thing up on the hoist and try and get the trans back out of it without having to disconnect that clutch system, because I don't want to bleed it all again, and it is very difficult to do by yourself. So yeah, I hope you guys were able to follow on with that. I know it's complicated, but yeah, fun. Anyway, let's get to work. Okay, so what I have here are these guys. These are shims for the T56 itself, and they just happen to be just about the perfect size for the bearing here. So I'm going to go and put these two behind the bearing, and then I'll slam the transmission back in there, and yeah, hopefully that'll be all it needed. So these will go onto there, and then the bearing will go back on over top, like that. There we go. Alright. Instantly feels much better. Yeah, it's much more like it. I can still adjust the pedal up more. I think I'm gonna have to. That's a big improvement. It's much better compared to what it was. Well, that's it. Nice, short, sweet little video. I just wanted to basically give a rundown of where I'm up to. I haven't been able to get out here and get any work done and film and make any progress for you guys. But that feels 100% better. I'm still going to have to give the push rod a slight adjustment, and then the real test is going to be when we energize the solenoid and get it to bypass and bleed the system out. I don't have anyone to help me with that today, so yeah, that's going to be it. I'll get someone to come and help me off camera. It's probably going to be in a week, and yeah, this is gonna probably be my last to second last video of the year. I got one more there filmed, ready to go. Oh, excuse me. One more there filmed, ready to go, which is my year in review. Just basically looking back on everything that's happened this year for the channel. And yeah, then straight back into it, new year. We'll get last things to do, wire up the release solenoid. I want to get no lift shift to work and get that wired up. I do, you probably can't see it down there, but I do have the CAN expander plugged in at the moment. I need to do a little bit more troubleshooting with that. There was a couple of issues there. Nitrous needs to be tested and tuned. Then once all of that's done, we'll blast out to the track and hopefully go and run a good pass. I would come on buddy, move it. I would like to put these tyres on a narrower wheel, but I don't have the money to get any made up. I would like to get these onto a smaller wheel, but I don't have any money to get any made up, especially within the next couple of months. So I'm just going to have to roll with those as they are and hope that they don't rub too bad. I could still roll these guards just a little bit more, but it's already peeling the paint off it under there, which I'm going to have to sand back and fix. And it's rubbing in there, which I need to address with a knock-ometer. But yeah, apart from that, she's running good. I just got to sort out these few niggling little issues. Pretty confident that that's gotten that sorted. The clutch does feel a lot nicer than what it ever has before. Like I said, I do need to continue to bleed it. Hopefully that won't have any more problems now. If it does, I'll be sure to include it in an upcoming video. But yeah, I've done enough talking for today. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry it wasn't the most entertaining video, but yeah. things are coming along. We'll hit the track soon. Don't forget to unleash the boost, 0 to 30 or more. All of it, free boost that shit. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
Something